All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. See some people coming in right now. Dick, welcome back as always. Thomas, welcome back, I believe, as well. Thomas, you're returning, right? I believe Thomas O'Keefe. Your name looks familiar, but I could be thinking of somebody else. If you are returning, if you don't mind just putting a two in the chat if you're returning, and then a one in the chat if you're actually new to Dubb. That would be great. Let's see. Second. So everyone else that was coming in, just I would too. Okay, you're returning. Great. Louis, that's awesome. All right, let me Dick, go ahead. How are you, Dick?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, now that I see you, I have faith in the world.
Oh,
So,
that's a big weight on my shoulders.
uh, you and Atlas. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, that would be really difficult. How's your Tuesday going so far?
Uh, well, I'm trying to redo my website as well, so I'm trying to search through which best place to host it and whether what's the best deal I can get. So,
Oh, very cool. Awesome. That's great. You're
because
multitasking.
I expect it to be huge, being huge, used hugely because of Dub.
No, that's awesome. That's great. It's all kind of interconnected, which is interesting how all that
Yeah.
works. No, that's
Yeah,
great.
I'm gonna put a picture of Aladdin's lamp on it and tell people to move their mouse sideways on it and have the genie appear out of it and go to my Dub account.
That's great. That's great. From what was it called? Is it called the urn? What's it called?
Well,
The
it's
lamp.
Aladdin's
Lamp.
lamp. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
yeah. I actually knew him, and so I'm that old.
get out of here. Get out of here, Dick. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna mute myself now.
Hey, as always, good chatting with you. Thanks for coming in all the time, Dick. Okay. So let me see. Thomas. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, you said you're new to Dub. If you want to unmute yourself, feel free. If you'd like to say hello. If not, you can say hi in the chat if you want to do that. Not sure surrounding wise if you're in a busy area or if you just want to. But feel free if you want to say hello. If you don't want to speak over the mic, Thomas, just feel free to just put your industry in the chat. That would be helpful, and kind of what you're looking to get out of today. Um, let's see. Louis, good morning. I'm trying to do a podcast type video with my mortgage broker. Ah, very cool. That's awesome. Louis, you want to turn your mic on, or if you'd like to? Can you hear me okay?
There you go.
Yeah, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, we actually we record a couple of those styles of videos. Ruben and I have done a few at the office where we've gone back and forth. We set up the camera here, just kind of have your eye line slightly off camera, have the mic come in like this. And then we did about 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 60 seconds just for good ad clips and social posts.
Yeah, I was thinking that the clips would probably be the best way to do it, but I'm not sure I have mastered that yet. So if you can demonstrate, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's really are you going to record on the mobile app?
Yeah, I was planning on doing like probably having him come over to my office and doing it right here.
Okay. Yeah, if
So
you do, are you going to post these on like social media, like vertical style, like 9 by 16 portrait?
yeah, I was going to do it on Instagram,
Nice.
actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
we
also video blogs.
okay. Yeah, we've had we've tried kind of what we've seen work a little bit. We've tried different time frames. Just as far as posts, and 60 and under is pretty good. It's like everyone's attention span's getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
So if you are recording a long form conversation, you'd have to pull stuff out of there. Sometimes it's easy to plan beforehand what you plan on talking about, and then just having those nice 60-second sound bites of a certain part of it. Like if Ruben and I are, we have the camera set up, I'll have my, the mic here and I'll have the cord attached to this camera, which is my filming camera. And then a lot of the times, if Ruben is not directly off camera over here, I'll have his phone set up here and I'll have a teleprompter script. So it
Ah,
looks like
cool.
I'm speaking to someone, but I have my words right off camera. So you just have to kind of play it like you're having a conversation if you're not really having one. And then that style we've seen work pretty well. the podcast style, but not looking directly at the camera, just slightly off camera. I would say look right past the side of the phone. Like that's how close you want your eye line a little bit. And then just have that other phone set up next to it where it has the teleprompter. If you decide to do that. If not, then I would discuss beforehand, with your buddy, the point that you want to make. Because a lot of the time that we found when you're having a podcast conversation, Ruben and I try to recognize, okay, this is a good moment for a short term for a clip we want to pull out of it. So we'll kind of re-say the statement and then say it so it makes sense if you saw it in the bubble. Like if we were talking about the teleprompter, I'd say, the teleprompter is just an amazing tool. It really helps keep people really, really efficient. I think one of the biggest things sales reps need to realize is with their sales messaging, if you want to get something exact and you want to get it right, why not have the words right in front of you? And that's something I think has really helped a lot of reps. So it'd be something like that. You know what I mean? Where you're kind of saying what it is, give your take, and then at the end, what we try to do is have some kind of call to action. So if it is a social post, you could have a double link below, and at the end, if I was still talking about the teleprompter, I could say, there's many tools out there. If you wanted some more great tips on how to be, just better on camera, check out the link below, and we have some extra additional content for you. So
Oh,
kind of like
perfect.
less salesy, but but
Yeah.
but I think people they really want just the tips, like get right into the tip. It's like the old David Mamet line, the screenwriter. He's always like whenever he used to write, whether he did plays and whatever he was doing, any interaction he tried to have with the actors and the characters was he wanted to get in late and he wanted to get out early. So it's like right into it. You're in the meat of the conversation. It's almost like someone's eavesdropping in that podcast and they're getting it right away what they want. And then you're leaving with something like almost like there's so much more to say, but the more to say would be in the link that they go learn more.
That's a good advice. We're going to call it market minute. So we're trying to keep it to 60 seconds.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah. And
yeah.
like do you guys do ads at all, or is it just going to be social posts?
I'm paying for ads right now.
Yeah.
So
Because depending on the length, as we've seen, like we always go through the ad stuff, but sometimes 15 seconds perform pretty good. So you really got to pay attention to how they perform. 15 seconds is tough to get context, but that's been the challenge of the last couple of years is time for context has gone smaller and smaller and smaller. But I think from a style perspective, if you're having the convo, have the person in front of you. If you're not actually having the convo, grab your buddy's cell phone, put it there, have your phone here that you're recording and just read right from the teleprompter. You can even write it conversationally if you want to make it sound more like you're not, just reading from something. But we find that the eye line, just make sure your eye line is slightly almost like you're aiming for the corner of the phone. So you don't want to be all the way over here because then you get kind of the side profile look and it's not as engaging.
yeah, good advice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There's a we did Ina, I think we have a God, where do we have that one? We have an ad out right now where I'm talking about Sia and Ruben and I, it goes back and forth. It only shows Ruben once where I'm like, have you heard about this new breakthrough in AI and sales? And Ruben's like, no, tell me about it. And then it goes back to me. So there is a break for a second where it comes back. But if you don't have that, I could have just said, there's this new breakthrough in AI and sales. I don't know if you've heard about it. And then I just start getting into it. Like I don't need to cut. So it's kind of a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let us know. If you want to, when you're done filming it, we have an email, feedback at Dubb. So feedback at Dubb. If you ever want to send it over, we can give you feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sweet. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I saw a question here. Ray, hey Ray, Ray, I think you're returning, right? I think your name looks super familiar. Can you live stream through Dubb? No, not at this time. No, I don't know if that's ever really in the plans. Not too sure. Everything we do is pretty much asynchronous where we record something and we send it. I did a podcast yesterday and we use StreamYard. So yeah, not too sure on that yet. Do you want to turn your mic on, Ray, or any kind of other questions about that?
No, that was it. I just did I just started like yesterday. I sat down with Darius for my
Oh,
little
nice.
intro, and I just did a quick live stream like for 2 minutes before I came on this call. So I just go, I wonder if I could do that through Dubb. So it just was on top of my mind. So that's why I asked it.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I think we've had a conversation or two about it, but it's not really it's kind of just so different than what we do,
Yeah.
because it's really just about us volleying the message through video and then getting one back. But yeah. But yeah, if Dar hey, listen, if it's on the plans, on the books, we'll definitely let you know. Darius and Ruben are always they're always in the lab. So, you never know. Um, okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, Thomas. Okay, telecom. Find out telecom and find out what it's about. How Dubb works. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Thomas. So what I'm going to do is like what we typically do with these trainings and the people that have been here before. We're going to run through the basics. So we're going to show you how to record, how to customize, how to send, and then when we're done with the training today, it's going to be on YouTube. Dubb support probably in a couple hours. And what people typically do is when they watch the training they'll watch the recording and then they'll go back to the specific spots where they really want to focus on. Like a lot of the times people will be like, I want to really reach out on LinkedIn. So they go to the spot in the training where it talks about how to reach out on LinkedIn. Or I just want to drop a video in an email. Okay, I'm gonna go to that spot. And I want to use AI. I want to use the AI writer. Okay, I'm gonna go to that spot. So I would like in a couple hours, if you have time or whenever you have time this week, we always post it to YouTube within a couple hours. So if you feel like, oh man, that was a lot, just break it up into your tasks and what you want to do. Um, let's see, Kurt, recording quality seems to be different when I use the app versus the widget. Is it a setting issue? Hey, Kurt, can you hear me okay? Is Kurt still here? Hey, Kurt. Kurt, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Uh,
I can hear you.
hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
So let's see. So you're saying recording difference from using the mobile app versus the
Not the mobile app. It's the app in Chrome versus launching it.
oh, so in other words, the desktop app versus the Chrome extension.
Right.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's a setting issue or
I don't know. What do you think about that in terms of Chrome and desktop? Would there be something that Kurt has to check, or what do you think,
Um, like what is what are you trying to do with the Chrome extension and the desktop app?
just record. It just seems like the Chrome extension's a little bit more convenient,
Yep.
Yep.
but oftentimes lately I found a few of my videos weren't as good a quality. They're blurry.
Hmm. And you were just doing the websites, like you were pulling up a website you wanted to share or something, and you wanted,
Exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
okay. Maybe like I don't know, like closing the tabs, or I'm not sure. What do you think?
Um, yeah, we can take a look. Maybe it's some kind of an access issue, or yeah, we'll take a look at the back and then get back to you.
And Kurt, if you want to send the video over that you're talking
Yeah,
about,
if
send it over
yeah,
support.
if you have the link to the video that you're referring to, please
Mhm.
send it to support@dub.com or put it in the support chat bubble so that we can
Okay.
take a
Yeah.
I'll
look.
do that.
Yeah, Kurt, we need to have you clear. We can't have you blurry.
Yeah, well, it just seemed to start doing it, and I was like, and then, so I went to the desktop app, and that solved the problem. But
Hmm.
and I haven't tested enough to find out why. But a few of the videos came out, I was like, wow, that's just not the quality I was used to.
Yeah, that's interesting. Did you send the videos to anybody, or you just checked it yourself?
I sent it to people. Yeah,
Is it
Um,
is it a screen video, Kurt?
yes, it was screen recording with my video on it, my face.
okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, we'll check it out because yeah, Chrome's convenient for those quick ones. Desktop app, is pretty awesome. But I mean, like, yeah, if you're doing a website one, Chrome's
I
super.
just figured they're the same setting, the same thing, just a different way to get to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's the desktop just does way more. Desktop's like the drone that flies over everything, whereas the Chrome is within the browser. Like within that. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll
Sorry to
take
hear
a
that,
look.
Thomas. But yeah, send it over to us. We'll check it out.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, everyone. So let's get we're almost 15 past the hour. Let's pop in here. So if anybody has any questions when we're kind of going through, just as usual, pop them in the chat. And Thomas, just to let you know, we typically the questions that are in the chat, we'll answer them on the backside and then go from there. So let me share my screen and let's jump into this. Okay. All right, so here we have the Dubb dashboard. So when you're logged into your Dubb account, this is where it's typically going to take you, right in here. So down at the bottom, if you do need help, this is a really good spot. This little green intercom down here. You can actually chat with an AI agent. The AI agent does a really good job, gives very thorough answers, has links, all that kind of good stuff. But if you like to talk to an actual human being on the team, they're fantastic as well. You can do that. Or you can do a search down here. You can put a keyword in here or a key phrase like editing, desktop app, Chrome extension, whatever it is. And then you'll typically get an article and a video as well, and some animated GIFs sometimes too. So right down over here at the bottom, really good for help. Inside here, I think most people here that are returning are Dubb partners, but if you don't know about Dubb partners, we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through your referral link. And all you have to do to create the link is click apply now right here. Then it'll create a little link for you here. You can share your link, and it's a 30% recurring commission. So if someone shared their link with me and I subscribe to Dubb, that person will get paid 30%. But then if I'm like, you know what, I love Dubb, I want to share Dubb, I go share my link and I bring someone in, you get an additional 10%. So it's a 30-10. And you can always invite people here into the training. It's dubb.com/T as in training. And then they come in here, do a lot of fun stuff. They learn, and then you would get paid when they end up subscribing. So, and if you ever have a group of people together, we always say this to everybody. If you have a group of people together, a small group that you want us to present to, let myself or Darius know. And if you're on a paid account and you want to have a free account, do you know 4 people that could use Dubb? And then next thing you know, you get a free account. As far as recording goes, so here's the recording. Now, when you record a Dubb video, it's going to be a repeating 3-second loop of the beginning of that video. It's going to be an animated GIF. So just be aware when you click record, it's going to be a repeating motion of that first 3 seconds. Now, you can, with editing, pull in a different part of the video to make that the GIF. But just from a convenience standpoint and efficiency, when you're making a lot of videos throughout the day, knowing that you hit record, be ready, and that's going to be the repeating motion. So knowing that someone's going to get a nice animated GIF that repeats, we want to think about what we're showing that person when they initially see it. They're not going to just see a link. They're going to see this GIF. So some styles that have worked over the years for this would be one right here. This is me recording from the direct webcam within Dubb, the basic webcam recorder. And all I did was drop a virtual background behind me. In this case, it's Sarah. So when I send this to someone, especially if it's a profile, they have context. Sarah knows the video is about her. She doesn't know what the video is about, but she knows it's about her. And then I did a little wave, a little point back to the camera just to bring the GIF to life. Instead of saying stiff the whole time, there's some movement to it. So movement, is always good. And then when Sarah sees this, she's like, wow, let me click on it. And as soon as she clicks on it, she's brought to a customized landing page that we call in Dubb terms a preset that we'll go over in a little bit. But it's about making this interesting enough and giving context where someone's going to want to click on it and take them there. Now, another style that works really well from the webcam is this right here. So the same webcam I just recorded from before that had the virtual background. In this case, I just have a little light behind me here, and I grab the Dubb mobile app. And on the mobile app, there's a little whiteboard button where you click it, you can put in a little phrase. I wouldn't do something really long because I think it cuts off at a certain point with a certain number of characters. Plus, it'll be too small to read. Over the years, the name has worked really well for people, but it could be something short and punchy related to your industry with a question or a statement that's really conjuncted. And I would bring it up into the frame or move it in closer like this. I would have, again, movement to it. Now, if I was in real estate, maybe I want to have, a property address, just as an example, so you can see what it looks like. If I have one like right here, let's see, where is it? I think it's this one. There we go, right there. Like, something like that. If it's a property address, maybe somebody was just checking out a listing. You can pull that up right there. But it could be anything industry related where the subject is, a short phrase or a word. So if I wanted to repeat either of those two things or both in the dashboard here, I'm going to go right up here towards the top and I'm going to click the red camera icon and it's going to open up the webcam. Now you have the option over here down at the bottom right where I could reframe this a little bit. I could zoom in a little closer. I can back it off. You can only do that before you hit record. Once you hit record, you won't have that ability to do that. Now to use the virtual background that you saw, I'm going to go below and I'm going to click virtual background. So there it is there. I'm going to go to your photos and I'm going to upload into this area any screenshots that I want to put behind me. So typically, if I'm in real estate, properties work great. Hey, this is Rob. I started checking out this townhome here. Let me talk to you a little bit about the property. But non-real estate folks, maybe it's a company's website that you're reaching out to. You could pull up their Who We Are section. You could pull up one of their products or services, maybe pull up one of their testimonials on there. Anything where it gives them context and you want to talk a little bit about the point that you're making. You can also share an article with someone within your industry. In this case, it's a market update, but it could be anything where you're like, I want to talk to you about this. So again, they have a preview and it's visually interesting. If it's something really bad news, you could do one of these. Hey, I just want to send you this video, and you're doing like the whole concern look like this as you're starting to talk. All that kind of stuff you can play with, but it makes it interesting. Now, if I want to get rid of the virtual background, just uncheck it below, gets rid of it. And if I want to do the one with the phone that you saw earlier, I'm going to grab the Dubb mobile app. And the mobile app looks like this, and I'll show you where the button is located for the whiteboard. So there is the Dubb mobile app, and the whiteboard button is right up here at the top, that little square right there. And when you click on that, it gives you the ability to type. And that's all I did for, because I went like this. I put the name in there. You can even add a little emoji and then just pull it up right in a frame. One of these deals, or just leaning in, pointing maybe, whatever you want. Just as long as it's a little fun, there's a little movement to it, and whatever's on the phone is interesting to that other person. So the name always works. Now, on all these recorders that you're going to see, we have a teleprompter available. A teleprompter is really, really good for keeping things efficient, especially if there's certain phrasing, numbers, stats you want to get exactly correct. Why not have them in front of you instead of like searching for them? Because if you're searching for stuff and you're forgetting, it takes you out of the moment. So it really takes away from the authenticity of the message. It just takes a little bit of practice, All you have to do is just read it through a couple times. Don't let the words surprise you. Technology-wise, I think, whether you're on a laptop or you have webcam above, just keep the distance about arm's length away, which is pretty good. As far as an eye line, you always want to keep it at the top. So to open the teleprompter, you're going to click up into here. I'm going to click into the space, and then I can either create a script, which will take me right to scripting, or I can search for a script that I already have saved. I can search for it by title. So there it is right there. And there's the teleprompter. Now, the speed for me is about 190, but you can obviously adjust it up or down, hit the play button, see if you like it. I think going a little bit slower instead of a little bit faster is better. You don't want to feel like you're chasing the words. You can also back off here, or you can zoom it in. And when you hit record, you're going to get a countdown like this, and this is what it would look like. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button like that if I want to stop the recording, click it again when I'm ready to go, and I'm going to keep going. And if I want to delete the video, it's the red X. It will always ask you, are you sure? And if I want to save this into Dubb, I'm going to click the blue check mark, and it'll save it into the platform. And if I want to close it, I'm going to click this button right here. So that's the basic record. It's the way a lot of people record their videos, especially when they first start, but also people that are, at their desk a lot and they want to record videos this way. It's a nice way to put a face to the name and be very straightforward in terms of your message delivery. Now, the other part of recording is screen recording. So as an example, if I wanted to, say, reach out to Ruben here on LinkedIn, or if I wanted to share a company website, an article, anything browser-based, anything website-based within the browser, if I want to be part of the story, if I want to be the bubble on the screen, instead of just sharing a link with someone and they go check this article out, well, I want to be there with them on the page, kind of explaining the points that I want to explain to them. So that's much more intimate than just sharing just a link with someone. So to share any kind of articles, websites, anything browser-based, the Chrome extension is a screen recorder that we recommend. And it's right up here at the top. So once you log in, you pin it, you get it where it's supposed to go, click here, and then it's going to open up. And then you're going to see me on the screen in a second. Let's see. There we go. There I am. So there I am right there. Now, a couple things to think about. You want to think about placement and shape of your webcam. So I can move myself wherever I want to move myself, but I obviously don't want to put myself in front of the title and blocking information, so you don't want to do that. I also have the ability to change my shape down here. I can go rectangle, I can go phone shape, but I'm going to go square because it kind of matches the feel of this page. So check out the page that you're on and make sure the shape and the placement fit. Also the size. I'm kind of going to go right here. I don't want to go too big because I don't want to block a lot of stuff. So now if you saw the animated GIF of this, I was like, hey, this is Rob. I want to send you this market update. Hey, check this market update out. It looks like I'm part of the page almost. So just creatively, just think about placement and webcam shape. Now, within here as well, you have some functionality. I can zoom myself in if I want to be a little more dramatic. I can back myself off. I can also go up, down, side to side, however I want to do that. So you have that as an option. I can also do a virtual background behind me if I want to do that, if I don't like my background. I can also come over here to the right and I can do no webcam. So if you technically, you don't have to be on camera. I mean, you could share this and just do an audio walkthrough of the page. You could talk about whatever's on the page. But I think when you initially meet someone, it's great to be live. Maybe if you know the client and you've communicated a bit, it's not a big deal. You could also do a profile picture if you didn't technically want to be on camera as well. And again, you can do the virtual background right down there if you want to. Now, as far as the functionality and tools on the page, you've got this little menu bar right down over here that floats down at the bottom. You have your annotation tool right over here. You also have the ability to have a teleprompter. So like I was saying before, we have this across all the recording tech. Just choose your script. The little difference here is this. You can grab the side here and you can actually make it thinner or wider. And you can also physically move this wherever you want to move it to. So if you have a webcam arm that has a webcam on it, and maybe it sticks out in front of your computer screen a little bit, you can just angle this so it's closest to the camera. In my case, I got an internal laptop computer camera, so I'm going to move it towards the top. Now, if I want to use this teleprompter, because the Chrome extension is browser based, I want to leave a little bit of space at the top so I can tap this and bring it forward. If I go full screen on my browser, I'm going to physically hide the teleprompter and I won't be able to use it. I won't be able to get to it. So you want to leave just a little bit of space at the top. Hit record, tap it forward, and then you can use it. Now you also have these three options here: screen, tab, and camera. The screen option means that if I was to hit record now, it would get my complete browser. It would get everything. I would see all the tabs open at the top and everything around it. Now, you can use that to your advantage where if you have your tabs organized and I begin on my marketplace update here, but then I say I want you to check out some other listings, if I have the tabs organized, I can click on the tab next where it brings me to the website where there's other properties and the recording will follow me over. My square here will go to the other tab. So you can keep moving along and kind of take someone on a little trip. Now, if you're on tab right here, the tab option, it will only be this tab. It'll be a nice clean cut of this page. You won't see any of the tabs open at the top. It'll just be this singular page. And if I went camera, that would open up like a webcam. You'd have the whole thing taken over. It wouldn't show any of the screen. So that's the setup. These are the things you want to think about in terms of placement, shape, where it can go. What does it look like to that person as you're beginning to tell the story? Now, if I was over here on LinkedIn and I wanted to reach out to Ruben, similar setup. You click open the Chrome extension. There I am on the page. But I definitely do not want to be a square because LinkedIn uses circles. I'm going to match the feel. I'm going to go circle. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller, kind of match almost the size, just a little bit. Bring myself right next to Ruben. I'm right next door to him. And now when I hit record, this is what this would look like. I'm going to hit record here. Let's go. Actually, I want to use tab. Let's go tab only, record. I'm going to choose my tab. See, there's my tab right there. Click share, and then I get the countdown, and here it is. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Saw your profile over here on LinkedIn. Thought I'd send you a quick video. Want to chat with you about a number of things, but I want to show you some cool stuff in your profile that I really connected with. And what I did there was mindful of my GIF because what is Ruben going to see? His background, his world is going to begin with me smiling and waving, give him a little point, give him a knock on his bubble, do something funny, and then that will get his attention, and that will keep repeating. Then I clicked this button down the bottom, square button on the menu bar. It says webcam expand. I click this here and it made me bigger. And then I can click it right here to go back. I can also hover over the bubble here, click the square there, brings me here. And again, click it right down here to bring myself back. The great thing about jumping to full screen is it's really nice to make a point. Patrick, go ahead. I saw you had your hand raised. Hey, Patrick. Patrick, you want to go ahead? If you got your mic on. Yeah, let me make sure your mic's on. Patrick, can you go ahead?
All right, now we got you. All right, pal.
Hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
something I noticed in that you were just talking about, you can also double click inside the bubble and it will open up to expand to the complete camera.
Yeah, thanks for that, Patrick. I did that. It's funny, Darius did that one time, and when I did it, for some reason, it always stuck on me. So I guess I got stuck in
Oh,
my ways. But it just worked right now, though, which is
yeah, it
awesome.
works pretty cool. You can just double click on your face and you'll go back to the button.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, and it works really nice. That's awesome. Hey, third option and probably the best one. Thanks, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
So the whole point is like just being able to jump to full screen gives you the ability to really make great points. really kind of forget everything else, forget about all the stuff you're about to show. But when you make a particular point about something, definitely jump to full screen, and they have no other choice but to really dial into you because that's what they're looking at. So you also have the ability to look around, scroll. You can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom if you want to stop the recording, take a break for a second, get yourself kind of situated to where you want to go. Russ, go ahead. I saw you have your hand up. Go ahead, Russ. Russ, can you hear me okay?
Okay, you should be able to hear me now, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, I've got you. How are you?
Okay, I'm awesome. How you doing?
Good, good.
Oh, good, good. I was just wondering, I'm trying to send out a email campaign through Go High Level, a service I use to send out campaigns, and I've copied the link over, but for the animated GIF, but when I send it out, it's just the video. You see the animated GIF, but when you click on it, it doesn't go to the video.
Doesn't go to the landing page.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can, maybe we can coordinate in the chat with Russ. Russ, I'm just going to finish the presentation,
Okay.
and maybe we might have a solution within the chat with Ina in there. If not, then we'll definitely take a look at it because it's got to go to the page. So,
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to be jumping off topic. I didn't
nah,
realize.
that's okay. It's okay. We'll take a look at it, but we'll definitely address it.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So when you're recording here, you're in the movement, you're moving around, you can pause and resume. The annotation tool is great to use over here to the left. So you can point some things out, circles, squares, underlines, text on screen, numbering. You can do all kinds of stuff to really bring the focus in terms of what you're looking at. Cool thing about the Chrome is when you go to scroll, your annotations will stay where you left them, which is really neat. And you can even delete them if you want to. Just click the trash can and they're gone. So when you're thinking about sharing websites, reaching out on LinkedIn, anything browser-based, Chrome extension is really good. So I'm going to click the check mark down there. We're going to save this into the Dubb platform. That'll save it. And now we're going to look at a different kind of screen recorder, which is our desktop app, which is, I think, one of the best ones we have. But they all have purpose. So like I said, Chrome is really nice for those quick things you want to do. And desktop app is very dynamic. So I'm going to show you that right now. So up here at the top, we're going to click the little D button up here, and then I'm going to click record screen, and it's going to bring up our little tools here. And first off, some similarities between the desktop app and the Chrome extension. The Bubble's same. You got the same functionality. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can do a virtual background. You can change the shapes, make it bigger, smaller. You have the annotation tool over here. You have the teleprompter at the top. Some differences though. Down here where we see this red slash right over here to the left. If I was to hit record now, I get my entire screen, the whole thing, if I hit record. If I get rid of the red slash, now I have a little drop down. So what I have here selected is custom. So anything inside the area here, the light blue, will be part of the recording. So if I'm inside here, I'll be part of the recording. I can also crop around anything I want to crop around. So you really can control the border of the recording. So if I want to maybe only just get a certain part of a website, a certain part of a document, a certain part of the desktop, you absolutely have that ability when you go custom on this to be able to do that. I can also click the drop down and go 16 by 9. I can do YouTube orientation. I can even go 9 by 16 and go portrait, and I can do something for social media, whether it's YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or TikTok. I can go to that vertical format just by crunching my internet browser as much as I can crunch it. Or if there's a certain part of a document that you want to show again, or your desktop, it would be in the proper ratio. Another difference is too, when I hit record, I'm going to get my countdown here. And now I'm recording a video. Here we go. I can pause and resume this recording. The check mark down on the menu bar normally means saving it into Dubb, but in this case, with the desktop, this means that I've just recorded an actual clip. So the big thing here is the desktop app is a clip recorder, whereas the Chrome extension is one video you pause and resume. This records in clips. And it gives you some options down here. Drag and drop videos from my computer. Great. I can click this button here, and maybe there's a video on my computer that I want to add. So I'm just going to grab the video, throw it in there, and there it is. And then I can physically move these clips around so I do not have to record chronologically. I can change the order. I can switch it up. I also can click the little 3-dot menu of every clip, and I can download the clip individually, or I can delete it. Now, if I want to keep building this story out, there are 3 little icons down below here. One is for screen recording, one is for webcam, one is for Dubb narrator. So the screen recording icon will bring me right back to where I was. Same here. And I click record again. And now I can just keep going. So I'm building out my visual story. I'm building out my clip. So here I am recording another clip. I'm going to click the save. There it is. And again, you can move it wherever you want. But maybe I want to have an opening, maybe an ending. I'm going to come down here and click the webcam option, which is going to be a different style, obviously. I'm going to click record now. And maybe this is my opening. Hey, this is Rob. Welcome to the video here. Or hey, thanks for watching. Or maybe in the middle, I'm like, hey, listen, hope you're enjoying the content so far. If it's kind of like a YouTube video, and I can do one of those, and then I can move it wherever I want to move it. Now, once I'm done recording, I'm going to click the edit button all the way to the right, and it's going to merge my clips together into one video. And then I can do a quick little edit right in here, and then I can download the finished video to my computer, and I can upload it into Dubb as well. There's also another function of the desktop app that's called Dubb Narrator that we really like to use a lot, which is pretty neat. So if I was going to show you this area right over here that we looked at before, remember we were checking out this market update, how we clicked the Chrome extension earlier. We clicked it here, remember? And I was the bubble on the screen, and I was getting ready to record and do my thing, right? Right here. I can do the same thing with the desktop app that we just saw, right? Click here, click record screen. Same thing. There I am on the bubble. But what if you wanted to play a pre-recorded video inside the bubble here, whether of yourself or someone else or of something? That's what Dubb Narrator is. It plays a pre-recorded video inside the bubble. So if I was going to do that, I'd go to the desktop app menu, which is right here. I would click Narrator Video, and then it would take me to my video library inside the Dubb platform. I'm going to put in Narrator just because that's what I have a lot of them saved as. And then all I did was record directly to my webcam. But yeah, I could have recorded from the mobile app, doesn't matter. I recorded the camera, read what I wanted to read from the teleprompter, and I focused on the content. So I selected this video, and now it's already in the shape that I want, right? We talked about that earlier, shape and placement. I'm going to put myself right there. And now when I hit record, it's going to be the pre-recorded version of me doing my thing, and all I have to do is just scroll around. Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send you this market update so you can make the best decision possible. As you can see, there is a ton of useful information here, and I can pause it, I can resume. Please book a time by clicking. I can move, scroll, all that kind of good stuff. So if you're in a place where you don't want to multitask, but you want to do screen recordings and just have something, you just want to focus on the content, do that first, and then just kind of scroll around after. The Dubb narrator video option is awesome. It's really cool to use. Now, as far as screen recording go, there's one more way that we record, and that's with our Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app, a lot of people, in terms of style, when you record videos, I think the mobile app, when you're doing a handheld feel, has almost like an organic, like I'm giving you a piece of advice kind of thing, kind of lends itself to like a walk and talk. So it's a different style than like a screen recording. But also, a lot of people like to use the Dubb desktop, the Dubb mobile app, because it has such good cameras as their main recording. So they'll set it up on their desk with the selfie stick, they'll go vertical, they'll go landscape, and they'll do a lot of recording with that because they really love the camera. So how to record these videos from the mobile app, here's a quick little tutorial on it. I'm going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom. It's going to open up my webcam. Now, when it opens up here, you're going to notice that there is a timer down the bottom that's defaulted for 1 minute. You can't go beyond 10. You can set it for 2, 30, 15. You can set it for all these different times down here because a lot of the times maybe you just want to be holden to a certain time. You don't want to go over. So it kind of keeps you within those walls. To record a video, you're going to tap the circle at the bottom or you're going to hold and release. I'm going to tap. As you can see, there's a timer up here at the top and there's a timer at the bottom. So I'm recording. I'm going to tap it again. And there is the clip that I've just recorded. So just like the desktop app, the mobile app records in clips. I'm going to click the button again at the bottom. I'm recording again. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. I'm going to tap it again. There are the 2 clips that I've recorded now. Now, I can physically move these. I can take my finger, just hold one for like a second, and then just slide it. So again, you can change the order. You totally have a lot of freedom as far as that. Also, both of these clips have been automatically downloaded to my phone in my photo video area. So I have them, so I don't have to worry about it. If I want to delete a clip, I can tap the X down the bottom and delete one. If I tap each individual clip, I can trim. And if I click edit, I have the ability to add royalty-free music. We have a whole library. You can do a voiceover if you want to. If you're in real estate and you're doing a property walkthrough and it's super loud, go out to your car and do the voiceover. You can speed up the action. You can add text overlay. And you have burned in captions, which we'll show you at the end. Now, if I want to flip my camera around here, there's a bunch of options over here to the right. It's going to be the top one over here if I just want to flip it around and show what's in front of me. If I want to have a countdown timer, this one right here. So if I tap that icon, I can have 3 seconds or I can have 10. So I'm going to show you the 3 second one. So I'm going to hit record down here at the bottom. And there's the 3, 2, 1. And I'm recording my video. It's pretty cool to have that on the front side because then you don't have to worry about trimming it at all when your hand goes up and your hand comes back, that kind of deal. Now, as far as the teleprompter, this is one of our best ones. So if you tap this icon right here, it's going to open up the teleprompter. I'm going to search for my script just like I did before, right in here. I'm going to tap up here. I'm going to choose my script. Let's see, in a little book review one. This is auto scroll right down here at the bottom. So just like you saw with the other teleprompters, you have to choose a speed. I can go up or down. I can hit the play button right here, see if I like the speed. I can also tap the pencil icon right here and make some edit changes on the fly. It happens sometimes when you're recording. You realize after you set it, you're like, I kind of like the sound of it. Let me change it. And you have the ability to do that. From arm's distance away, maybe with a slight tilt, I'm going to hit record. And this is kind of a good angle where if you keep your eyes right up here at the top, it's going to look like you're pretty much, your eyes are where they should be. Now, if your eyes are fading and they start coming down, I would either increase the speed or I would use the guardrails on the side here and just slide them up. That way, there's no way you can cheat. There's nothing to read down here. You have to keep your eyes towards the top. So if you're finding that your eyes are wandering, just kind of use that as a guardrail. To close the teleprompter, tap the X and it's closed. Now, if you want to add a video to your queue here, if you have a nice video on your phone, you want to add it down here, all you have to do is tap the folder icon right over here. It'll bring you to your photo video area on your phone, select the video you want, and it will drop it right down in here. And then again, you can move it wherever you want to move it. If I want to record my screen on my phone, it's this little button right here. If I want to use some filters, right over here. So let's tap that. I can do some skin smoothing. I can do black and white. I can do different kind of color effects and different kind of gradations. So whatever you want to do, you have a lot of options right over here with that. Now, one of the options that we've added, which is really neat, is the picture-in-picture, which is right here. So any industry can use it. It's where I'm going to show you it's going to utilize both cameras. I'm going to be on the screen that I'm showing in front of me. But really, really useful in real estate when you're doing property walkthroughs, if you want to be on the, you want to show the kitchen, but you want to be there with it, picture-in-picture is really good. So I'll select that there. I'm going to hit record. And then this is what it would look like. So if I was, whatever I was showing in front of me, I can move myself around, say, hey guys, check this out over here, slide myself to the left, to the right, make myself a little bigger, talk a little bit about it, then get the heck out of the way and say, check this out. So whatever you want to do, you have a lot of options with picture-in-picture to be part of the story. Now, the last option down here at the bottom is our virtual background. So like we saw when the training started today, I was recording on the basic webcam and I had Sarah's profile behind me. So same thing here, whatever you want to show behind you, whether it's an article, whether it's a company website, whether it's someone's profile, whatever it is, take a screenshot. Maybe it's a property, real estate, right? Take a screenshot and then just save it on your phone. Click this button right here. And then you just go to your folder on your phone right over here, click record. Hey, this is Rob. I saw you were checking out this property. Hey, I saw your profile here on LinkedIn. Hi, I wanted to share this quick article with you. I was checking out your company website and I really enjoyed things like that. And then you can obviously change the angles. Maybe it's something super high. You want it to go like that, whatever you want to do. And then when you're done recording and you want to combine all of these clips into one video, you just tap the blue button to the top right, and that's going to start merging the clips together. If you're on Wi-Fi, it should go pretty quick. If you're at home, that's usually find that pretty good. At the office, our Wi-Fi is pretty good, but this should be connected here in a second. And then once the clips are merged, then you have the ability to download one on your phone. You'll have a copy on your phone. You have a copy on your phone automatically, but you can save it to drafts. You can upload it into Dubb. You can also do burned in captions, which is over to the right, that last one on the bottom, right below the timer icon. So you can click in here. So if you want to have some captions burned in, this is something that the team and Ruben and the team have been working on, and they finally got it over the finish line because it was something that Ruben was pretty passionate about as far as having this done. So he did a great job with it.
I'm recording again.
So you'll notice, like, you'll see the words coming up as I'm speaking them. They're in the chunks, the blocks down the bottom. If I click on each one, it'll jump to the next part of what I'm doing. So you also have the ability to change them to bold. You can do italic. You can do an outline around them. You can do a background actually behind the words. So I can choose this color here, and then it highlights it like that. I can change the color of the words. I can do this. So you can also grab the edge move it a little tighter like this. Maybe you want a little more conjuncted. Then I can also physically move it wherever I want to move it, kind of a lot like TikTok, where you can slide it up or down wherever you want it. If you're doing a social post, I would keep it kind of towards the center. That way, a lot of the icons that are on the left and the right won't block anything, which makes a lot of sense. And then you can also click in here and you can update any of the words in there that you want to do. Sometimes there can be some misspellings. I know with Dubb, it wanted to have Dubb with just one B instead of two. And then you can select the check icon to the top right, the blue check, and then it will add in the burned in subtitles, and then it will give you that copy of the video on your phone, and then you can upload it into Dubb. So you'll have kind of two versions of it. So you save it before, you'll have one without it, and you save one here, and you'll have it with the burned in subtitles.
Again, at the bottom,
so there you
I'm
can see it
recording
right
again.
there.
Each clip has,
And that's what that'll look like. So when you think about different ways to record, the best thing you want to have sometimes is just variety, depending on what you're talking about. If you are trying to tell someone about an important document or update, be the bubble, be on the screen with it. If you're trying to put a face to the name, webcam one's really great. Maybe you just finished a meeting with someone, you're walking outside and you just want to send them a quick message with the mobile app. These are all things that really make a big difference. So, all right, so let me share my screen here, and we recorded a video. And now when you save a video into Dubb, this is what's going to happen. It's going to take you to a page that looks just like this, the video edit page. Now I'm going to click the little button over here to the right. It's going to open it up in a new window. And here is a customized landing page called a preset. So like we saw in the beginning, you send a video to someone, they click on the animated GIF, they're going to bring them here to a preset. Now it consists of your branding. So it's going to have your logo in the top left, a little kind of photo behind there, it's kind of peeking behind. You're also going to have playlist videos that are going to play right after this video that you've recorded. Playlist videos are great, so you don't have to repeat yourself 10,000 times. You can actually just record a video one time about what you do and why it's important for someone to work with you. And it runs right into it. So you can focus on that person that you're speaking and making the video for. Also, below the video, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do once they've consumed the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to view a case study? Do you want them to download a document? Do you want them to email you, call you? Do you want them to fill out a physical form? Do you want to link to an external form? Do you want to link to another website? Whatever you want to have down here, I would go in order of importance from left to right in terms of what you want them to do. You also can use reply with video, which is a really great button to get a video testimonial from a client. So if you have a happy client, you could send them a video like this with the button below, and it would be like, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using Dubb. We appreciate your business. It would mean the world to us if we could get a video testimonial from you. All you have to do is click the reply with video button below. You don't have to download anything. Just put in your email, allow camera and mic access, and let me know. What have you enjoyed about Dubb? What's been great about the process? So whatever questions you guys ask your happy clients, ask them in the video. And then when they send that video back to you, that's when you put it in the playlist, which is what you see happening right here. And this has been what's worked really well over the years. Your personal video, followed by a video about what you do, followed by testimonial videos. Now, also on this page, you're going to notice the sales assistant SIA over here to the right. We did a webinar about this, and we found that people really like to interact with something immediately. They want some answers right away because maybe I'm not ready to book a time yet. Maybe I have some questions. So SIA was designed to be able to answer real-time questions and also have some FAQs there as well. So if we look at the functionality of it, if I came over here, I was like, hey, man, all right, what is Dubb? I'm going to click that button there, and SIA is going to populate an answer for me pretty quick. And then at the end, could you please provide your email address to continue? So that's something that's a default where we want to collect our email. If you already have your email, you don't need it. It can also push for something that you want, like a desired outcome. So SIA can give an answer here and then say, hey, listen, are you ready to book a time with Rob? So I can click another button down here. How do I feel more comfortable on camera? It's going to give me a 3 bullet pointed answer. Really nice. That's what's good about SIA is that SIA won't give really, really long customer service answers. It'll give more of a sales answer, thorough, but just thorough enough to keep the momentum going. And we have a whole webinar on this. We have training about this. You can set up SIA to learn everything about your business. You just have to give SIA reference links, which they can learn. They can go one link deep. You can set up FAQs, a lot of really neat stuff that we have for support videos about SIA. So, because if you're in real estate, imagine someone wants to learn about a property, well, teach SIA about the property. If you're in insurance, maybe you want to teach SIA about the policies that you have or recruitment, whatever it is. So it's right there to help you. So again, this is called a preset, a customized landing page. Now back over here on the editing page, we have a little drop-down menu here. And notice how it says Rob's preset. This is my default preset. So I record a video. This is the preset that's automatically going to be attached to it. I could switch it to any other preset that's in this list right here if I wanted to. Now, presets are designed to speak specifically to certain parts of your audience. So if I was in real estate and I worked with both buyers and sellers, I would want a preset for buyers and a separate preset for sellers. If I was in recruitment, I would definitely want one for employers and one for candidates, if that's what my split was. If I was reaching out in insurance, a different kind of policy members. If I was in coaching and consulting, enterprise, small biz, different verticals there. If I was doing a webinar, I'd want a separate preset for that. Hey, listen, register for my webinar below. Click below the video. All these are important to speaking directly to that part of the audience. Now, when you're on a paid plan with Dubb, we meet you in an optimization setup where we help you set up your buttons, your pages, all that good stuff. So if you haven't had your optimization set up with the team yet, just let support know. Now on this page here, we have analytics. So we have a little digital coach here called Kyra that will give you feedback on your cadence, how's your repetitiveness, fillers, persuasiveness, empathy, all that good stuff. And then you also have the ability to get any of these in here. So, because we all want tracking with our videos. So, but what are people doing with the activity tracking? You don't have to get all of these. You can uncheck the ones you don't want. CTA clicks are good. Obviously, page views and video views are great. You'll know what percentage they watch. So if they watch 0, 1, 100, 40, 50, whatever it is, it really informs you about your next outreach. Like, hey, Ina, thanks so much for watching part of that video. Really appreciate you taking the time. I know you learned about this, but let me talk to you a little bit about what you missed. You also have an editing tab on this page where you can do your editing right down over here. So there's a lot of things set up here where you have the ability to record a video, get it on a landing page called a preset, get the buttons the way you want them, get the videos that you need on there, have your branding. And now you got to take this video and you've got to send it out. So to send it out, we're going to go right over here into Gmail. And best practice, first off, you always want to have the word video in the subject line. Really helps with the opens. There's not a lot of video emails you get that say video with them still, which is kind of shocking. So I would definitely take advantage of that. And then inside the body of the email, I only have one sentence here, but you can have a little paragraph. I wouldn't write too much because the whole point of making the video is, is not to read all that, is to actually watch the video, but you definitely want some context. Now, to add the video in here, the first way is with the direct integration we have with Gmail and Outlook 365 with the Chrome extension. So it's a little button right down here at the bottom that you can see in the compose window. If I click this here, it's going to open up. Here's my video library right over here to the right. I'm scrolling through it right now. All I have to do is find the video that I want, click insert video, and it'll drop it right in there. That's one way to do it with Outlook 365 and Gmail through the integration. The other way is when you save a video into Dubb, there's always a big blue share and send button. So you can click in here, add the email in for the tracking, and you can even add some personalization text if you want to, just like this, and then click copy for email, come back over here, and it's just a copy and paste. And there would be the animated GIF, and that's what you want someone to see. Now, if you're on LinkedIn and you're not connected with someone first, I would not send a video because it's only going to show up as a link. It won't be that nice animated GIF, and they might not even watch it. I would connect with someone first, then click message, and then you have the ability to use the integration with LinkedIn, the little Dubb button down here at the bottom, drop it in there, or you can do the whole copy and paste thing, and they will see you on their page, way more engaging than just sending an obviously copy and paste text message. Now, for sending, if you have a third-party sender like a MailChimp or a Constant Contact, or you have a CRM like HubSpot, Salesforce, Go High Level, Follow Up Boss, Chime, whatever it is, we have integrations with a lot of these companies. So if you have your workflow set up through there, you just can add video. If you don't have a CRM, you can come right over here to Dubb under CRM, upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, tags. You can do bulk campaigns within Dubb as well. We have automation available with our Pro Plus plan, which is what Darius teaches everybody. So that's really where you have a campaign that goes out, some kind of messaging. You'll have some kind of time delay, whether it's a couple hours, a couple days, whatever it is. You also can add triggers. If someone takes an action, then they will be taken a certain place. If someone clicked on a button, if someone just viewed the page, if someone watched the video, if someone replied, all of these will be automation set up. So all the action is happening while you are doing other things. Now, lastly, here in the dashboard, we have our AI. So our AI writer here, which is Ira. Now, Ira, we added this little profile feature over here to the right, which gives Ira a little more information about what your outreach is and what you do. So when you create a profile, it's going to ask you questions. It's going to ask you what your profession is, target audience, unique selling proposition. What does your company offer? So it's learning about you and your outreach. Then you can do a preferred tone of communication. Then you can even use a charm method acronym that we set up down here if you want the structure of your writing to mirror this, because charm stands for the C is capture their interest, H is highlight the problem, A is address the solution, R is reinforce the social proof, M is motivate to take action. So just like the presets that we saw, if I was in real estate, as a simple example with buyers and sellers, I could have a profile for buyers and a profile for sellers because the messaging is going to be a little different, obviously. And I can already have that set up and just select the one that I want. And then all I do is come over to my prompts right here and I select one of my prompts. I'm going to say write copy for a sales call. And then I'm going to come in here and say on why video is better than text for sales. Choose a length, hit submit, and now it's going to apply everything Ira just learned into the messaging here. Imagine capturing your prospect's attention instantly. Okay, that's a nice opening. So what's the issue? Well, on the other hand, let's see, text messages often blend into the background. They lose their impact. At Dubb, we offer a revolutionary way to boost your sales with authentic, actionable video messages. Our clients have seen increases of 30 to 300%. With hundreds of positive testimonials, our track record speaks for itself. Book a time in my calendar or send me a video reply. So it got right to the point, was really engaging with its opening statement, and it did everything I wanted it to do. Now I have a couple options down here. I can actually preview this with a voice, which means I can have it read back to me. If I just want to hear it, I can click this button here and it'll be read back to me. Or maybe it won't.
Imagine capturing your prospect's attention instantly.
And then I can copy this to a clipboard. I can save it into a doc, and then I can import it to scripts as well. This is something we do every day where we come up with an idea. We use Ira to write, we give it a human pass, we save it to our scripts within the Dubb platform, and then we load that into a teleprompter, and then we record the actual video. That's been the flow that we've used for a long time. You can also import this to a voice video. So if you're on a day where you're feeling like, you know what, I don't want to be on camera, I don't want to use my voice, I just want to have the AI do it. So you can load the script up over into here from text to video, upload a photo over here to the right, it could be any photo you want to, then just select the voice. And then when I hit preview, this button right here, you're going to see a little waveform action come across the screen as the voice begins to speak. So this is what this is going to look like. I'm going to hit preview and it'll start to move as the voice starts to speak to kind of bring some action to it.
Imagine capturing your prospect's attention instantly. In the fast-paced.
So if I was going to send this video out to someone, the animated GIF would be the image that I chose and the little waterfall slash, waveform that happens as the voice begins to speak in the beginning. And that will be the repeated motion. So this will definitely be more impactful than just a text-based message. But if you don't want to be on camera, you don't want to use your voice, something a little more impactful to send. Now you could import this to a complete avatar video if you wanted to. So you can come in here. We have a whole library of avatars you can choose from. You can create your own by clicking create. You also can obviously choose the voice right over here. And then once you preview the voice and you create the video, it does take a little bit of time to create the asset. But once the asset's created, then you can download it. You can use it in screen videos where it could walk someone through something. You put them in an email campaign. So a lot of it is really, really useful in terms of what you can do. Hey, Jai, go ahead. I didn't know you popped in. Hi, Jai. If you can hear me okay. Jai, can you hear me okay?
There you go. Hey, Rob, that I like the avatar. See now that ended up in yours. Now I want to see. Will you be able to do that? Use that same thing and see how long it took you to get it?
How long? Well, see, the thing is, I was trying to figure out, like when I was looking at it yesterday, because it's in my library here, I didn't see any kind of like, how with video pages you can share,
Yeah.
So it's created in mine. So I have it in mine. But the thing is, there was no way to just share the physical asset of what this thing, looks like. I can only share it if I apply a script to it. And then I can share it.
Yeah, the thing is, I actually like that. It was different from all the other ones that you had there, and I'm glad you showed that one. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
and
think you can get pretty
it was
creative.
different. I mean, what type of words can we use for this thing to understand? You
I
know,
think it's almost like you're describing a because when we were playing around with this when we first started, it was kind of fun to kind of play around with some stuff. I would say as more descriptive as you can be is better. Not overload where you're over polluting, but it's like, okay, I want nice wavy hair. I want lightish, kind of like the color, like a lightish brown color to the skin. I want like brown eyes. I want like maybe a defined jawline. Like you have to kind of just get like creative, like almost like you're drawing it yourself. And just from a not too much, you know what I mean? But you could say, bigger eyebrows, open collared shirt, things like that. I think that's you kind of have to be pretty descriptive, I would say.
well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it again, man. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, try it again. I mean, I know yours was spinning the other day, but yeah, definitely try it
It's still
because
spinning. It's still spinning. I ain't turn my
you
computer
know
off.
what? Get out of Dubb, log out, take your computer, put it in the other room, ignore it for 20 minutes, and then come back.
Then come back. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty funny.
That looks good though. That
Yeah, no, I thought it came out pretty cool. So I wanted to make a dog or a cat, but it's not possible yet. Okay, so let me see what we got going on in the chat here. We're right at 11. Let's see. Um, okay, we already answered those. Oh, Henry. Hey, Henry, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Henry. Henry, you still here? Hope you're doing good, Henry. Always good to see you. So can you provide a link for the free training? So if you're talking about the recording, Henry, that's going to be on YouTube in a couple hours. So we'll let's see, if you have a link to that. If not, we'll it'll be available in a couple hours. Dubb support on YouTube. Let's see, Dubb support. So Thomas, Dubb support, that's going to be the name there. Let's see. Is Tom still here? Let's see. Tom, I know you had that question. Who had the question about GHL for CRM? I think that was Tom. Okay. Oh, Russ had it. Okay. It's GHL I'm using to send out my email campaigns. Okay. Patrick, yeah, you had a question about the recording. Yeah, that's going to be on YouTube in a little bit. I also want the 90-second Dubb recording that showed the other day. Oh yeah, that actually I actually dropped that into the to the queue yesterday, so that should be out today, I believe. Sorry I was late on that one. Yeah, that training from yesterday. Let's see. That's what you're talking about, right? Patrick? You said 90-second Dubb recording.
Yes, sir. You guys had a real nice one, nice cut up recording that just kind of explained Dubb quickly, and it was really clean. I'd like to use it.
Oh, okay, nice. And we showed that yesterday? I'm trying to remember where we
Yesterday, the day before, I drank a lot, so it could have been anything. I just say
do
that.
you know what one that is? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, I'll check that in our library. Yeah.
Because I'm
Hey,
like,
We'll send it to you.
Hey, Rob, it's in a link. It's in
What's
a
that?
link. Sent it to us. I put it in my favorite. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Okay. All right, cool.
That's a good one. I put it. He wouldn't let me. I can't download it though. That's the problem.
You can't download it?
No, it wouldn't let me download it. But yeah, it's a good one though.
Ina, do we have the non-download on that one, or are we should be able to download that, right? I mean, it's a good asset to use, I would imagine.
Okay, I think this is the one. I think I found the 90-second, but I'm not sure if this is the one because this is 1 year ago. So I'll keep looking in the
Yeah, it was just a couple days ago. So
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I say so many things, so we all say stuff so much. It's
Yeah.
like, what did I say?
or possibly it's Darius who did.
Maybe it's Darius.
could have been Darius here. Yeah. Hey, Rob, while I got you, if you do, if you make a video and you had your logo on the recorder, can you remove that post video production?
If you have the video on the recorder, so like,
In other words, you set your logo up in the recorder to show in the recorder. We
Mhm.
already show it in the header.
Mhm.
And then I forgot that logo was there and I made a recording. It was pretty good. Can I remove that logo on the player after I've made the video, or do I just have to remake the video again?
So you're saying like if it was like, let me share my screen because I don't want to make sure we're saying the same thing. Let's see if I'm like
They say you can put your logo on the recorder.
on the recorder. I know on presets when you have a landing page, you obviously have your logo up here, right? Top left.
Right. There's another one here where you can have it right here on the recorder. You obviously can't see my screen. Right where Sarah is, where it says, yes, in the video player where it says Sarah, there would also be my logo there. Obviously,
Oh, got
I
it.
went with my logo, and then I looked at it and I thought, wow, it's good recording, but that logo's like right on my face. So can I remove that from the player after I've already recorded?
Yeah, how would you do that?
Yeah, you go to the presets and let me share my screen here.
Yeah, let me get out of here. There
you go.
Salamat
so here, you're welcome. Okay, so go to the presets, select that preset that you applied in that video, and then scroll down till you see the video options. See here, display company logo on video player. So uncheck that, and then don't forget to save so that it will be the logo inside the video player will be gone, or that watermark will be gone.
Great, and that's on the preset, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you, Ina.
Walang anuman.
See, Ina's the other oracle. So let's see what I guess trying to remember who had the question about was it Russ? Is Russ still here? Who had the question about the GHL for CRM? I guess are we following up on that one or?
Yeah.
Russ, right? Russ.
We'd like to check that we'd like to check the email that you're sending, Russ. If you could send that sample email to support@dubb.com directly from what you're doing in Go High Level so that we can take a look.
Russ, can you hear us okay? Yeah, I think he's still on mute. But Russ, yeah, so just send it over to support so they can check it out from GHL, and then they'll work your way through it. Let's see. I think Tom had one. Tom, I saw you said Dubb to LinkedIn. What others? You can turn your mic on if you want, Tom. Just curious about what you meant.
Sure, fantastic. Again, I have to stop you, Rob. You guys are just so fantastic. This is like a PhD in marketing. I teach stuff all the time on webinars, and I always point you out almost every single week of like, go to Dubb Video, take a look at this is the way to do customer service, the way to train your customers. I want to compliment you guys are just fantastic. And every time I come on here, I don't get a chance to come on live very often, but every single time you introduce something new that I didn't even think of. And I'm pretty innovative, but you're always showing something different. So again, thank you. It's just amazing. So
really appreciate it, Tom. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, the team does a great job with the creation, the implementation, the rollout, all that kind of great stuff. So yeah, they're really awesome at it. Appreciate it. Jai, thanks for putting that link in there. Appreciate it. I think that's the is that the right one? I guess is that the right video?
Let me take a look. Okay, this is the Dubb for real estate in 4 minutes. Let me see if the download allow download.
I think it's the second one, but he released another one. It was like 90 seconds. It was clean. It was super clean. I'm gonna put that on my playlist.
Just about Dubb, Jai?
It was just Dubb. It was a quick little
how did he slip this one by me? Where the heck is this video? Just like when did he do this? Did he do this in the middle of the night?
And I believe that Kyan has it on his computer, but I'm not walking all the way over there.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he has it, but because I sent him a link, he makes everything Darius does his favorite. So.
Yeah, let me
I'm assuming Dubb, we could also take the Dubb video, that 90-second recording, add our own face along with the recording, and then talk about how it might apply to the particular group of prospects that we're sending it out to.
Exactly what I wanted to do. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah. It's really like the thing with Dubb partner stuff too is that the presets can relate to whatever your business is, but also if you wanted to technically go do some Dubb stuff, you could just have presets that look like Dubb pages. If you want it's totally different, like whether it's interactive or, kind of on the side kind of thing. So there's a lot of options.
Is there a way to update, Rob, the deal of the day that's available through Dubb? Like I missed out and I'm really from myself because I had 90 things going at once. I can usually only handle 80. And I wanted to do a promotion for some of my clients for Dubb, but I couldn't get it in for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I didn't even know what special deals were available for Dubb. Is there a way to automate that as a partner where we automatically get informed, where I don't have to go look and see what the deal is to see because I find that if I just offer the regular price of Dubb, it's not going to work. I have to offer something special that I've looked at and I can give them something special. Is there a way to create that as a partner?
As far as automations, I know we have an internal combo about automations in general. I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet, though, as far as providing that for Dubb partners. Just not sure yet. We just got to talk more internally about it. But as far as the codes, yeah, I mean, you technically could obviously create a code. You have the discount for your folks, but the automation part of it, I'm not too sure, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, what we're offering for what you can offer to your referrals is a 50% off the first month of the pro, which is $30 discount. And I'll put that in the chat. So this is what you guys can offer. But if you want to offer some kind of more juicy code or promotion, yeah, you need to reach out to us
Sure.
for that.
But
Yeah.
maybe there would even be a way to just let us know as partners, here's the current deals that are available, by email or by text or by, Dubb video email, something that tells us here's what the latest greatest thing is. Because for me, what that'll always do, because you're a trusted partner for me, I'm going to be triggered to take action based on that. Whereas I might sit here and not refer Dubb to anybody. And instead, because you're offering a different promotion, it reminds me just to do it, send it out to 20 people. And all of a sudden I got 3 people that signed up.
Yeah, it's almost like a one signal or like I know we all do work on something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, Tom. We'll um discuss that with the team, especially we had the Cyber Monday promos, and then I'm not sure about this coming Christmas holidays if we're gonna release something, but yeah, we'll take note of that and then let you guys, our Dubb partners, know if we have any.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Cool. Awesome. Great suggestion too, Tom. All right, everybody. Well, 11:11, make a wish. All right, we're 11 past the hour. Thanks for showing up today. Any last real quick things before we go on anybody's mind?
Hey Rob, just let you know that Darius is Darius is doing he's making workflows for us.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it a little bit, but I don't want to like get at the horse ahead of the cart.
Yes,
So,
I'm waiting on that too.
yeah. He's always they're doing something. I just don't know exactly what it is yet.
Always.
Yeah.
One last question, Rob, about social media. That's what we started to get into, and I just complimented you too much, and we forgot the question. And that is, I know it works for LinkedIn perfectly.
Yeah.
What applications have you experienced that are really effective in other social media channels and platforms?
So far, what we usually play with are we really play with the times. A lot of the time, 15 seconds, 30, 1 minute, Instagram Reels and TikTok for however long it's around. Who knows? It's going to keep being around. But typically on Instagram, what we'll do for the Reels is we'll try to open with some kind of really quick like this is the one thing you need to do. Here's a tip that's really going to help you. Like something right out of the gate where the first words out of my mouth or whoever's doing it is some kind of tip right away, like right away. Because a lot of times people want to know immediately when they're watching the video, they get super impatient. It's just the way the world is. So you got to like say it right out of the way. Visually, sometimes we'll do like a lean towards the camera a little closer, or maybe we have an action going on if it's Ruben and I doing something. But if I'm by myself, I just kind of lean a little closer to the camera, something little to almost stop someone. You know what I mean? I think another thing you can do is, this is you just got to be careful how you word it. To get someone to watch the end of the video, like I could say, AI, this to AI tip is going to help you close more deals. Also, stay to the end of the video for an additional tip I'm going to give you as well. Something to like kind of keep someone till the end, and then you deliver that on the end. We also find it's really good to make a call to action at the end. So not really being salesy, but saying like, if this tip helped you, follow me for more tips. And you can click the link below if you want more information on this stuff, or click the link below to get more tips. And then the link below is either the pinned comment below the video that you've posted, make it a pinned comment with the Dubb link, and then it can take them to the Dubb page, and you can have the videos and all of the stuff that you want. But we try to not be too salesy with the post. We try to just mention something that here's something that's cool that you might not be aware of that you should be doing. And if you like that cool thing, then click below and check it out. Does that make sense, Tom? Tom, can you hear me okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, cool. All right, awesome. Sweet. Just want to make sure you're still there. But that's the biggest thing is
Yes,
just,
my internet's, I've got 10,000 tabs open at once.
oh, nice. Okay. Hey, listen, we're glad to be one of those tabs. So there we go. Sweet. Well, listen, everybody, thank you so much for coming in today. Ina and I will be back tomorrow, and then possibly Darius for Thursday, Friday, but we'll see how the week unfolds. So
Thanks, Rob. Great job.
everybody. Appreciate it. Bye, everyone.